Most 20-year-olds that I know are either renting some sort of small apartment with a roommate or they're still crashing at home. But my son just bought a house with only $1,000 out of his pocket. And no, this isn't some crazy loophole. This is a legit program right here in Minnesota. But here's the thing with this. Most people think they need this massive down payment and perfect credit. Wrong. Stick around with me for the next few minutes and I'm gonna show you exactly how he did it and how you can too. Most people think that buying a house means saving up $20,000, $30,000, or even $50,000 for a down payment. Sure, if you want to save for a big down payment, you're more than welcome to do that. Just know this video is not for you. But what if I told you about this program right here in Minnesota that pretty much gets you into a home for almost nothing? It's the Minnesota Housing Startup Program. But before I break all this down, I want you to ask yourself this one question. Ask yourself this: if I could buy a home for $1,000 down, would I do it versus renting? Let me tell you about my 20-year-old son who bought his first home with $1,000 down using this exact strategy. Before we get too deep, the first thing we did was ensure Brock had decent credit. I was able to do that using some different types of credit cards that were out there. I have a link in the description to a video, it's a short one, that just tells you how to get set up, build credit, or rebuild credit if you haven't done that yet. When Brock wanted to buy a house, we wanted to get in for as little as possible, and yet we wanted to not super stretch his budget, but he planned on having renters, so we wanted to make sure we got a house big enough to accommodate him and one or two other people. The Minnesota Housing Deferred Payment program works like this. You can get up to $14,000 that can be used towards both closing costs and your down payment. So you get a 2-for-1 there. This is not a version of down payment assistance that you have to pay back monthly. That means it's deferred. It just sits there until you sell your house. Then it gets repaid, or you can pay it off anytime you want. You gotta have a credit score of 650 or higher. You have to have $1,000 of your own money, and you take a simple homebuyer's education course that if I was your loan officer, I would provide that to you. We weren't looking in a high-priced metro area. We know for sure he's not gonna qualify for anything there. Then we had to find the right house. What we did is we looked in a suburb of a suburb, which is rural Minnesota. We did that because home prices are much more favorable and competition is less. Not only that, he's only 30 minutes away from a major city. Because of the deal he got, we were able to get his down payment covered. The seller paid most of his closing costs. We brought in a little bit more down payment assistance to fill that gap, and for $1,000, he was in. Granted, his rate was 7.25%, but his total payment was $1,550. Now my kid rents a room out for $750, so that covers about half his mortgage. His friend also contributes towards utilities and buys some groceries. At 20 years old, my kid is paying less than most renters, and he owns his own place. But this is where it gets even better, because he ain't gonna stay in this place forever, that's for sure. The plan: 3 to 5 years, my kid's moving out. Instead of selling it, sure, he could, but instead he's going to rent out that house and go buy a new one. That means by his mid-20s, my kid could own 2 properties, and one of them covered fully by rent. This is where you go from renter to homeowner to investor. I don't know why more people aren't doing this. I think it's because most people are waiting for rates to come down or for the market to crash. Waiting for the perfect moment never seems to happen. To me, the perfect moment is always right now. Here's the truth. If you're in Minnesota, you can buy a home with $1,000 down. And even if you're not in Minnesota, there's programs like this in almost every state, which I'm licensed in 49 of them. If you're serious about buying a house, whether it's here in Minnesota or in any other states except New York, just drop a comment or shoot me a message. If you found this helpful, hit subscribe so you don't lose me, or a thumbs up. You never know who this little video could help turn into the next homeowner or investor. You can also just simply watch the next video.